Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of The Valley Today. It is the first Friday of the month. That means it is Public Safety Friday, where we bring you some of the latest and best information in public safety. Today we have someone kind of special with us. Today he's the name you'll know, some of the shows you'll know. He was one of the stars of a very popular 1970s series. It was called Emergency. He played paramedic Johnny Gage. Randolph Mantooth. Randy, are you there?
I'm here. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, welcome. It's great having you here. As you know, we're doing the public safety thing, and May is May 17th to the 23rd is National EMS Week.
Right.
So I wanted to try to keep in line with that a little bit. And you being an advocate for EMS, what better person to talk to?
Well, let's hope.
That's right. Now, just out of curiosity, your interest in fire and EMS, where did that come from? Did it come from the show, or was that something that was, I guess, in your heart and in your soul long beforehand?
Well, it actually came from the show. I think, in 1972 when we first aired, there was no EMS system before that. When the show came on, it sort of introduced this new concept that had been around for a couple of years before that. It was called paramedics.
Right.
And so before that, it didn't really exist. So when I was doing the show, I think it was right then that I caught the same fever everybody else caught. And even though, we did the show for 7 years, when it went off the air in 79, everybody moved on to different shows, different jobs, what have you. We all did.
Right.
It's just that the experience that I had and that I shared with Kevin, my partner on the show, it was just so profoundly life-changing that even though I had moved on professionally and did other shows after that, did 2 other television series after that, in my heart I never really completely separated myself from that world that I was so privileged to portray for those 7 years. Right.
Well, I'm proud to say that I am a graduate of the Gage and DeSoto generation. In 77, that's when I started in the field of EMS.
Oh, is that right? Well, you're a vet.
It's been a long, sometimes trying road, but it's also rewarding. I retired in 2007.
Oh, is that right?
So yeah, but it's an interesting career. Now, when it goes into training, did you have any formal EMS training yourself?
Well, we had to take the paramedic course when we were doing the show. Now, that doesn't mean I'm a paramedic because we didn't take any of the written courses. What they wanted us to do was to be as proficient as we could possibly be physically to do the show and to know what the hell we were doing. And so we started IVs, and we did all the physical stuff that the paramedics did. Doesn't mean I took the course and passed it. It just means that... And in fact, some of the guys that were there, they couldn't understand how it was we were missing all the written part because, at that time nobody knew who we were. We were just 2 actors, and they thought we were paramedics.
Right.
And so they couldn't understand how it was that we keep coming back to the class and we weren't taking any of the written courses.
Teachers' favorites, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think that's exactly what they did think.
Oh man. Now, let's go ahead and change gears a little bit and get into the public. Like I said, this is where we try to bring this out to the public so they know what's going on. And public awareness it's a very big thing. And us as providers, we need to keep the public informed as to the importance of EMS, what's out there, how they can access it, and how they can help us. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have to say this. For the public, for government decision makers and members of the public who don't work in public safety environment or who aren't acquainted with the day-to-day workings of it, it's difficult for them to appreciate what they have unless they've actually used the EMS system in a medical emergency. Their awareness is almost nil. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating because, again, it's who wants to, if you're not in the business of saving lives, who wants to sit around and think about it, and who wants to, they don't. I mean, they like to think they do, but they don't.
Right.